So we're at the Marion. Got here last night. NorthStar was not able to get a room. She was kind of wavering when I called and made reservations. And when we got here, the rooms were all booked up. She got a shower and they did laundry over at another place and Massey's. And then we got some Mexican, and she took off and went back to the trail. I stayed here last night with PointMan and a couple other people, Bear, and I guess WildFire and JukeBox were here, and some others. So I'll show you around. Everybody else is taking off today. I'm still waiting for the hostel or the outfitter to open, which is part of this hostel, and gonna get some resupply food and get back on the trail myself. So at the top you have a landing. There's one bunk room, two bunk rooms, private room. You have a bathroom, a landing sitting area. There's another private room in here. Laundry, there's two showers back there. You have loaner clothes, refrigerator. Another bathroom. And then like a little lounge area with a TV. So I was in here last night. It was a full house. There was actually a gentleman and a dog. And wanted to show you guys real quick because I believe it was Turtle and Pup, hashtag on leash all the way. Pup is now 15 and a half. She's the oldest dog recorded to hike end to end in 2019 at age 11. So those guys hung out in my bunk room. And again, I can't remember the dog's name. Hopefully meet up with them again soon. But nice long white coat. I think there's one of the hairs from the dog, and they took off early this morning, so I'll probably catch up with them on trail at some point. But everything's charged, food's ready, nails are clipped, showered, shaved. Well, no, didn't shave, don't need to shave, don't care about shaving. But going to go downstairs and see if I can get a shuttle back to the trail now. It's about noon, and going to get back on and see if I can do like 8 miles today. So I'm going to try to do a better job of introduction for the day and, you know, a closure at the end of the day for my upcoming videos and see how that goes. So thank you again for following along. If you haven't liked or subscribed to our videos, so please like anything that you've come across and watched, and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for following along, and look forward to some more adventures this week. PointMan left his breakfast sandwich this morning, so I ate that, and then somebody just handed me a burger from Wendy's. So here's lunch. Back up on the top of the hill, Mount Rogers National Recreation Area Visitor Center. We were there yesterday afternoon. Got a ride into town, Marion. Spent the night at the Hiker Inn. And it is probably around 1 o'clock now. Double check just to see. 12:47, April 26th. And we are back on trail. So I am probably going to try to do around 8 miles and see where that gets me. I do have some mileage to make up because it should be a 15-mile day like every other day. And I got a full pack, so we'll see how far we get. It's a little chilly, we gotta get moving. Didn't really get to reflect on stuff or events from the previous day. I was hiking with NorthStar, a famous YouTuber, has lots of subscribers and followers. And when you're hiking along with somebody in general, it's hard to do some commentary, make video, comment on it. We talked quite a bit. We played some name games and trail games and things like that just to pass the time while we hiked. The night before last, I had hiked probably about 15 miles and came to a campsite where nobody was. It was around 6:30 or so, and had a nice spot picked out right next to the stream and it was right before Dickey Gap, I believe. And as soon as I get my tent set up, doesn't another guy roll in, young kid, sets his tent up, comes up, starts talking to me. I think his name's P3, and I kind of gave him the cold shoulder. Tired, exhausted, wanted to just lay down, didn't really feel like, you know, having a conversation. Within another 35-45 minutes, I hear him yelling up to people on the trail, hey, come down here, this is the last water source before wherever, if you're moving on, you need to get water. And so doesn't a couple people I know come down. LightHouse, who I met at Black Bear Resort a few days back, and NorthStar, and then somebody else that I wasn't familiar with. But NorthStar hears P3 say, oh yeah, that's Remy over there. So it was nice to have her come in, and we kind of stuck together yesterday and hiked out to Mount Rogers headquarters. So like I said, I didn't get a lot of that stuff on video or any of that for the most part until we were getting picked up and going into town. Tried to get NorthStar a room, and she was kind of teetering on a fence whether she needed to go in and resupply or not, because she is going home, see her boyfriend and her family for her birthday coming up Wednesday or Thursday, so another day or two. Unfortunately, there wasn't a room available or a bed bunk available, but we did get some Mexican together, and she ended up going back up to the mountain, or coming back up here last night. So she's definitely a good day ahead of me, or at least 12 hours ahead of me. Along with PointMan, who left this morning, a couple others from the hostel, but I had to wait for the outfitter to open up so I could get some freeze-dried meals. I had the gas station up, bought a bunch of trail mix, peanuts and stuff like that, snacks. So I'm good for, you know, the next 4 days or so, easily. It's just a matter of the terrain and how many miles we can put in. We, meaning me and you, you're along for the ride, right? This is the kind of stuff that makes a 15-mile day very difficult. Rocky Road, anybody? So it's probably around 4 o'clock right now. Last time I checked, it was about 1/4 or so, and I had done 7 miles. So 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and a little more. I was able to make 7 miles. 4 o'clock now. There's another tent site that was listed on there, another 7 miles, and then a shelter at 13 or 16 or something like that. So I'm shooting for another 7 miles before I set up camp. May not be at that campsite, could be before, but there's also the Homestead Museum, which is up here on a side trail, and if I can't get to that tonight or get to see it tonight, I'm gonna camp out and then go see it in the morning. So that's the plan for now, whichever comes first, 7 miles or the homestead. Okay, here's a side trail to the museum. It's probably 4 o'clock. I don't know if it's even open or if it has open hours. It's 4:12. So we're gonna find out. Looks like we have some livestock, some chickens, poultry, old combines, some old machinery, hand plows. Enjoy but do not destroy American heritage. We'll check this out. cool. I want to build something like this. Root cellar. Like half in the ground, stone. Oh, it's super cool. Reminds me of George's in Lakemont. Cellar. Check all the outbuildings, and then I don't know if this is supposed to be open or there's hours. I have no idea. So this gentleman just pulled up and said if I want to look in the house, he's got a key, so we're gonna take a look inside. And he said he's a volunteer. He comes up here and does some work, but usually it's not open until weekends.
Where are you from?
I'm from upstate New York, the Finger Lakes region.
You're heading
North, yep, heading home, sorta. What was your name?
Huh?
Your name?
Bob Robertson.
Bob, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff.
My trail name's Remington. We gotta get that thing going on with the trail names.
You feel free to look around.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Just look around.
You said you volunteer here?
Do what?
You volunteer here around the property?
Yeah, I live there about up the road. You should take some pictures, go upstairs if you want to.
Thank you, appreciate it. It's a cool
Just
dog.
look around. I'm gonna be messing around down here a little bit.
All right, I'll take a look around and shut the door on my way out.
Holler at me to get ready to leave.
You got it, thank you.
Okay, buddy.
This is super cool. This looks very familiar. Got a tool chest very similar to that. It was Al's dad's. $67 acres. Farm and one-room school. We gotta check that out. They're not period doorknobs. But, you know, it's pretty cool. And they should remove that $130 price tag. These are gas, it looks like. Fire extinguisher, can't see much. Watering tissue. An old tree. So, check this out. Underneath the stairs, log cabin. Look at the size of those. It's dark in here. That's cool. And the chinking. Part of this original one and a half log story structure that dates to about 1821 when the logs were cut, as determined by Dr. Herman Jack Heikkinen, Virginia Tech. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's pretty cool. See, gotta open doors. That. Uncle Mike, what do you think about that old little banjo? Cool old coal stove. Kind of looks like the top of mine, the schoolhouse. Super cool. Look out over your farm. I'm gonna find out about this schoolhouse. This gentleman was nice enough to open up the house for me. He looked around. He said 50 years ago he used to bale all this. So he worked this farm, and since the owners have moved on and the National Park owns it, then he just comes and volunteers occasionally. So it's a little house. He said it's down the path, the trail, about a mile or two. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. And was part of this farm, I guess. So very similar to this situation where my schoolhouse, Barrington Schoolhouse number 10, was part of probably part of a deed at one point that included the farmer donating part of the land for schoolhouse use, and then probably reverted back to that land. So this farm was 67 acres. The National Forest Service now owns it, and it's run through volunteer and donation. So pretty cool. Glad I stopped. Certainly glad that there was somebody that pulled up the roadway and was able to let me in and take a look around the house. That was neat. But I'm more interested in this school. So I'm gonna kind of hang out here for a minute and see if he comes back, and maybe he can tell me about it or some more information. Outhouses, and looks like they get a well up there. Help yourself to a little trim. Like, just put the lid back on the tote. I don't see any totes. Oh, there's totes. This is a historic building. All hiker supplies and non-historic items. Cool. I guess in inhospitable weather or inclement weather, I guess you could post up shop in here. Yep, it's original slate. These are big pieces. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, that's definitely original slate. That's cool. The Trail Magic dens are pretty much empty. There's like just soaps and shampoos and stuff in this one, and there's nothing in that one. I did get a couple of freezer bags, and that's pretty much it. So no Trail Magic here for me. So we're coming up on the town of Atkins. I think that's where NorthStar is actually getting out or off trail to fly home. I think this is it coming up, which is only I think it was 11 miles from the last town we were in. So good day though, good walking, good weather, and we'll probably be looking for camp here soon. It's definitely that time. I think it's around 5:30 now. maybe even closer to 6. So we'll be looking for a spot. Sun's still pretty high in the sky though. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Gas station and sushi for your birthday? Is that what you're getting?
I did the Mexican for lunch, and then that gas station didn't have alcohol, so
What?
we're going in to get booze now.
Where?
Oh,
NorthStar's up there. She's going north on 11. I'm gonna take 81 south. She's taking a couple days off again to go see her loved ones and celebrate her birthday. A couple days, and I'm gonna put the miles in and put her behind me. No, she was great. We just had Mexican and second day in a row. So I have to get to a tent site, and she's got a hostel stay with a bunch of other people that we've been hiking with. So caught up, time to move on. So headwaters, middle fork of the Hostel River, near early settlement known as Davis Fancy, 1748, Smith County, Virginia. So I'm about half a mile. There's supposed to be a campsite. I'm hoping it's kind of, I guess it did say out in this pasture someplace. I would like to be next to a stream. So I think somewhere up here in this open field, I'm going to just set up camp. Probably near the tree line someplace. A beautiful night. So I walked up on top of this knoll because I want to get my tent set up to see this view. Trail goes down here. So this is called the north end of the pasture. Just as I come over this, you're gonna see 1, 2, 3, 5 deer, 6 maybe. So we're gonna set up our tent over here. I feel like this is a good spot. Taking me a minute to get set up. Didn't want to miss this. It's just nice, beautiful night.